In the dark, frigid depths of the Bering Sea, a remarkable creature reigns supreme, hidden from the world above. The king crab, a true titan among crustaceans, moves silently across the ocean floor, its presence commanding respect in this shadowy realm. These are not ordinary crabs. They gather in great numbers, forming living carpets that shift and ripple with the slow pulse of the sea. With legs that can stretch nearly 2 meters across, their immense size is both a shield and a tool, allowing them to traverse the uneven, rocky seabed with ease. An adult king crab can weigh more than 10 kilograms, its body a fortress of muscle and shell, built to withstand the relentless pressure of the deep. They move with a slow, deliberate grace, each step measured, each movement a testament to their adaptation to this alien world. Their powerful claws, capable of exerting tremendous force, are essential tools for survival, crushing shells, prying open prey, and defending against lurking predators. Their bodies are encased in a thick, spiny exoskeleton, a natural armor that shields them from both the crushing pressure and the sharp jaws of would-be attackers. The king crab's world is one of extremes. Icy currents swirl around jagged rocks, and the darkness is broken only by the faintest glimmer of bioluminescent life. Here, hundreds of meters below the surface, sunlight is a distant memory. The king crab thrives in perpetual night, guided by senses attuned to the faintest vibrations and chemical cues. The water temperature hovers just above freezing, a chilling 0 to 2 degrees Celsius, yet the king crab's metabolism is perfectly calibrated for these conditions. The pressure here is immense, a crushing force that would flatten most creatures, but the king crab's robust physiology is built to endure. Over millennia, the king crab has evolved to master this environment, its every feature a product of relentless natural selection. Its gills extract oxygen from the cold, dense water, while its limbs are lined with sensory hairs that detect the faintest movement in the gloom. Yet for all its strength, the king crab is a creature of delicate balance. Its life is finely tuned to the rhythms and chemistry of the deep. Even a slight change in temperature, salinity, or current can spell disaster, making the king crab both a monarch and a sentinel of its fragile domain. Its magnificent size and succulent flesh have made it a legend among the denizens of the deep, a prize for any predator daring enough to challenge it. In the intricate food web of the ocean, the king crab is both hunter and hunted, a vital link in the chain of life that sustains the Bering Sea. Each perfect specimen is a testament to survival against the odds, a living jewel forged by the pressures of the abyss. The king crab's journey is not just one of survival but of transformation, its life and death shaping the ecosystem in ways both subtle and profound. The immense worth of the king crab is measured not only in its flesh but in its role as a keystone species, influencing the balance of life in the deep. Its epic journey is a race against time and tide, a struggle to endure in a world where only the strongest and most adaptable survive. The story of the king crab is a tale of two worlds, one of silent, crushing blackness, the other of vibrant, teeming life. It begins in the silent, immense power of the ocean floor, where the king crab is both ruler and subject to the forces of nature. It ends in the bright, bustling world above, where the king crab's legacy is celebrated as a symbol of the ocean's enduring mystery and majesty. The bridge between these worlds is not built by hands, but by the king crab's own resilience, its ability to adapt and thrive where few others can. Every moment in the king crab's life is a battle against the elements, a testament to the power and fragility of life in the deep. In the end, the king crab remains a true monarch of the abyss, its journey a saga of survival, adaptation, and the eternal dance of life beneath the waves. The journey of the king crab begins in the heart of the Bering Sea, one of the most formidable and mysterious bodies of water on Earth. Here, the ocean is a realm of extremes, where icy winds whip across the surface and towering waves crash relentlessly, sculpting a landscape of raw, untamed power. Beneath the surface, powerful currents surge through the frigid depths, carrying with them both life and danger. The water is bone-chillingly cold, often hovering just above freezing, and in winter, thick sheets of ice drift and collide, creating a shifting maze above the world below. For the king crab, this is a world of constant challenge. They roam the rocky seabed, their armoured bodies built to withstand the crushing pressure and biting cold. Every movement is a test of survival as they search for food and shelter among the stones and sand. The Bering Sea is not only harsh but also teeming with life and danger. Predators lurk in the shadows, from hungry fish to stealthy octopuses, each waiting for a moment of weakness. The king crab's spiny shell and powerful claws are its only defense in this unforgiving ecosystem. The ecosystem here is a delicate balance. Swarms of plankton bloom in the nutrient-rich waters, feeding clouds of small fish and invertebrates. Sea stars, anemones, and jellyfish thrive in the cold, while kelp forests sway gently in the current, providing shelter for countless creatures. King crabs are both hunters and scavengers, feasting on clams, worms, and whatever else the sea provides. Their keen senses help them detect food buried beneath the sand, and their strong pincers make short work of even the toughest shells. Life here is a cycle of growth and renewal. Young crabs must molt their shells to grow, a vulnerable time when they hide from predators in the shelter of rocks and seaweed. Only the strongest survive to adulthood, their numbers thinned by the relentless challenges of the deep. The king crab's journey is guided by instinct and the subtle cues of the sea. They sense changes in temperature, salinity, and the faintest traces of food, navigating a world where every day is a battle for survival. In the deepest reaches, where sunlight barely penetrates, the crabs gather near hydrothermal vents and rocky outcrops, drawn by the warmth and nutrients that seep from the Earth's crust. Here life persists against all odds, illuminated by the faint glow of bioluminescent plankton. Every encounter is a test. Predators circle, and only the most alert and resilient crabs endure. Their spines and claws are both shield and weapon, honed by generations of survival in this harsh domain. When the time is right, the king crabs embark on epic migrations, travelling in great numbers across the vast, empty plains of the ocean floor. These journeys are perilous, but essential for finding new feeding grounds and continuing the cycle of life. The next generation begins as tiny larvae, released into the open water to drift with the currents. Most will not survive, but a few will settle on the seabed, growing and adapting to the Bering Sea's relentless challenges. In this vast icy wilderness, the king crab's story is one of endurance, adaptation, and the unbreakable will to survive. The Bering Sea shapes every moment of their existence, forging some of the ocean's most remarkable survivors. Deep beneath the waves, in the cold, crushing darkness of the ocean floor, king crabs move with deliberate grace. Here, in their natural realm, they are masters of survival, perfectly attuned to the immense pressure and near-freezing temperatures that define their world. The seabed is a place of both danger and opportunity, where every movement is calculated and every shadow could conceal a lurking predator. The king crab's formidable shell and powerful claws offer protection, but beneath this armor lies a creature of remarkable delicacy. Their open circulatory system allows hemolymph to flow freely, and their gills, feathery and exposed, draw oxygen directly from the frigid water. Every aspect of their physiology is a testament to life in the abyss, yet this adaptation comes at a cost. The king crab is exquisitely sensitive to changes in temperature and oxygen. Even a slight warming of the water or a drop in oxygen can send ripples of stress through its body, slowing its movements and clouding its senses. If the water grows too warm, the king crab's body struggles to cope, and it can succumb to the ocean's version of heat stroke. Deprived of water even for a few minutes, its gills collapse, and life ebbs away with alarming speed. The journey upward, away from the safety of the deep, is fraught with peril. As a king crab ascends, the pressure drops dramatically and the water grows warmer. The sudden shift is a violent shock to its system, and the crab must fight to maintain its equilibrium. In these moments, the king crab is at its most vulnerable. Its movements become erratic, its legs curl defensively, and its shell, so strong in the depths, offers little protection against the invisible forces of temperature and pressure. Natural predators, too, await any sign of weakness. Octopuses, large fish, and even other crabs patrol the mid-waters and rocky outcrops, ready to seize an opportunity. The ascent is not just a battle against the elements, but a gauntlet of hungry eyes and grasping limbs. The king crab's only hope is to find shelter, to wedge itself into a crevice or blend with the rocks, waiting for the turmoil to pass. Its survival depends on its ability to adapt, to endure, and to outlast both the harsh environment and the relentless pursuit of predators. For those that survive the ascent, a new world awaits, one of uncertainty, but also of hope. In the ever-changing ocean, the king crab's journey is a testament to resilience, a story written in the language of adaptation and survival. The ascent from the abyss is never easy, but for the king crab, every challenge faced is a step in the epic journey of life beneath the waves. Once a king crab is selected, it enters a world beneath the deck, a realm engineered for survival, precision, and the relentless rhythm of the sea. Here the vessel transforms into a floating fortress, its hull sheltering a labyrinth of tanks and technology, all dedicated to preserving the life of its rare and valuable cargo. These tanks are not simple containers, they are intricate mobile aquariums, each one a microcosm of the deep Bering Sea. The water within is carefully chilled, filtered, and oxygenated, mimicking the cold, oxygen-rich currents from which the crabs were plucked. The vessel itself glides across the waves, a silent guardian, its purpose singular: to protect the king crabs on their perilous journey home. The environment inside the vessel is a marvel of engineering. Massive tanks stretch from wall to wall, filled with thousands of kilograms of live crabs. The water is in constant motion, circulating through a closed-loop system that draws in fresh seawater, chills it to the precise temperature, and infuses it with life-sustaining oxygen. Every drop is monitored, every current controlled. The heart of this operation lies in the vessel's machinery. Pumps thrum with mechanical precision, pipes snake through the ship's interior, and oxygenators bubble quietly, ensuring that the water remains a sanctuary for its delicate inhabitants. The technology never sleeps. It works tirelessly day and night to maintain the fragile balance required for the crab's survival. Sensors line the tanks and control panels, their digital eyes ever watchful. They track temperature, salinity, and oxygen levels with unwavering accuracy, feeding real-time data to the ship's nerve center. Here, monitors glow in the dim light, displaying the vital statistics of the aquatic world below deck. The system is unforgiving. A single degree of temperature change, a momentary dip in oxygen, could spell disaster for the entire cargo. The water must remain at a steady 34 degrees Fahrenheit, just above freezing. If it drops too low, the crabs slow, their bodies entering a dangerous state of shock. If it rises, they grow weak, their systems overwhelmed by the warmth. The tanks themselves are a study in contrasts. Serene on the surface, yet beneath a constant flow of water washes away waste, replenishes oxygen, and keeps the environment pristine. The mechanical heartbeat of the vessel pulses through every pipe and pump, sustaining the crabs through the long, uncertain voyage. Outside, the sea is ever-changing. The vessel rocks and sways, battered by wind and waves, but inside, the environment remains stable, a testament to the relentless vigilance of the ship's technology. The journey is long, the conditions harsh, But within the steel walls of the vessel, the king crabs are given every chance to survive. In this world of steel, water, and silent guardianship, the fate of the king crabs rests not in human hands, but in the unyielding precision of the vessel's systems. Every circuit, every sensor, every drop of chilled seawater is part of a delicate dance, a technological ballet that ensures the epic journey of these remarkable creatures continues, even as the storm rages outside. With the king crabs secured in their chilled, watery sanctuary, the vessel begins its perilous return across the Bering Sea. The world outside is a realm of relentless cold and shifting danger, where the ocean's mood can change in an instant. The journey home is a gauntlet of natural hazards. The sea, vast and untamed, unleashes sudden storms that transform the horizon into a wall of black clouds and heaving water. Waves, sometimes towering over 10 meters, crash against the hull, sending tremors through the tanks where the crabs huddle together. Drifting ice floes, silent and unpredictable, appear without warning, threatening to batter the vessel and disrupt the delicate balance within. The ship's tanks, designed with baffles and barriers, struggle to contain the violent sloshing of seawater as the vessel pitches and rolls. Inside these tanks, the king crabs endure a world in turmoil. Water surges with every swell, tossing the crabs against each other and the hard walls. Some cling to the tank's surfaces, their spiny legs bracing against the current, while others are swept into the chaos, jostled and battered by the relentless motion. The resilience of the king crab is tested with every passing hour. Their shells, evolved for protection, now shield them from the force of the sea and the press of their companions. Yet the stress is immense. The cold, the turbulence, and the constant threat of injury push each crab to its limits. The vessel's life support systems hum and whir, maintaining the precise temperature and oxygen levels needed for survival. Pumps and chillers work tirelessly, circulating frigid water through the tanks, mimicking the crab's natural habitat as closely as possible. A single malfunction, a clogged filter, a failed valve, could spell disaster for the entire cargo. The storm outside rages on, but within the tanks the king crabs persist. Their instincts drive them to conserve energy, to find shelter where they can, to endure. Each moment is a test of survival, a battle against the elements and the confines of their temporary home. As dawn breaks and the vessel nears the safety of port, the battered but unbroken crabs remain a testament to nature's resilience. The journey has been long and fraught with peril, but for these remarkable creatures, survival is a story written in every scar and every shell. The safe arrival at harbour is not just the end of a voyage. It is the triumph of endurance over adversity, a silent victory for the king crabs who have weathered the storm. As the fishing vessel glides into the tranquil embrace of the port, the king crab's odyssey enters a new, meticulously orchestrated chapter. There is no pause in the rhythm of the operation. The instant the vessel docks, a symphony of automated systems springs to life, orchestrating the transfer of precious cargo. The process unfolds with the precision of a finely tuned machine, every movement calculated and synchronized. Towering cranes equipped with specialized nets gently lift the king crabs from the ship's holding tanks, guided by advanced sensors to ensure a smooth transition. The crabs are ushered into a state-of-the-art processing plant, a fortress of cold and technology where every detail is engineered for their well-being. Inside, the air is kept at just above freezing, maintained by a network of digital climate controls that ensure the crabs never endure a sudden stressful change in temperature. Upon entry, each king crab is guided through a meticulous inspection process overseen by high-resolution cameras and sensitive scanners. This marks the second major quality control checkpoint, where technology ensures only the finest specimens continue. Sophisticated sensors and scanners examine every crab, analyzing shell color, reflectivity, and subtle signs of stress or fatigue. Robotic arms gently test each crab's balance and reflexes, recording their responses with delicate precision. Only the most robust and vibrant crabs, those that have endured the journey with minimal stress, are selected by the system to continue. Any crab showing signs of weakness is gently diverted, ensuring only prime specimens proceed to the next stage. Here, technology and traceability take center stage. Each crab that passes inspection receives a unique digital tag attached with gentle precision by robotic arms. This tag acts as a passport containing a wealth of information about the crab's origin and journey. The system records the exact fishing coordinates, harvest date, vessel, and route, all stored in a secure digital ledger. This digital infrastructure provides complete transparency and quality assurance, ensuring every crab's story is preserved. Even a chef in a distant city can access the precise history of each magnificent crab, guaranteeing authenticity and freshness. Final preparations unfold in a deep, cold environment where automated systems handle every step with care. Some of the selected crabs are destined to be shipped live, packed into specialized, aerated containers for their next journey. Each container is sealed and labeled by machines, ready for export to markets and restaurants around the world. Another portion of the catch is processed on-site with advanced machinery handling the delicate task of preparing the meat. Precision instruments delicately separate the rich meat from the shell, preserving every ounce of flavor and texture. Some of this meat is vacuum-packed fresh, while another portion is expertly steam-cooked and flash-cooled by automated systems to lock in its essence. Every step, from arrival to final packaging, is designed to preserve the pristine quality of the king crab, guided by the silent precision of technology. The journey of a king crab, from the moment it leaves the ocean's embrace to its arrival in a distant kitchen, is a marvel of modern engineering and precision. Every step is orchestrated by a sophisticated logistical system known as the cold chain of life, a network of machines and automated processes designed to preserve the delicate vitality of these prized creatures. Originally developed for the safe transport of life-saving vaccines and human organs, this technology has been adapted to serve the world's most luxurious seafood. Here, maintaining a precise temperature is not just a preference, it is a necessity enforced by relentless automation. The same principles that protect fragile medicines now safeguard king crabs, ensuring their journey is as gentle as possible. Within chilled tanks, advanced filtration and aeration systems maintain water purity and oxygenation, keeping the crabs in a state of suspended animation. Insulated containers lined with phase-change materials and ice packs absorb and release thermal energy to stabilize internal temperatures, preserving the crab's vitality across thousands of miles. This is a world where technology never sleeps, where every second is monitored and every variable controlled. The cold chain's effectiveness depends on three interconnected technological marvels, each working in seamless harmony. The first is a network of environmental sensors, tiny, powerful devices embedded within every shipping container. These sensors are strategically positioned to capture the most accurate readings, constantly measuring temperature, humidity, and oxygen levels. Every 3 minutes, they transmit a stream of data to a central control system, creating a real-time digital map of the crab's environment. This constant surveillance allows the system to detect even the slightest deviation from optimal conditions, triggering automated responses to correct them. If a temperature spike or drop is detected, the system instantly adjusts cooling or heating elements, ensuring the crabs remain safe. This digital safety net is ever present, watching over the precious cargo at every moment of its journey. The second marvel is the cold logistics infrastructure itself. Specialized shipping containers act as mobile life support units, engineered with multi-layer insulation and precision climate control. These are not mere refrigerated boxes. They are automated environments capable of maintaining temperatures within a razor-thin margin of plus or minus half a degree Celsius. Whether rolling down highways or crossing continents by rail, soaring through the skies in the cargo hold of an airplane, or waiting on a sun-baked tarmac, these containers automatically counteract external temperature swings, maintaining a stable, chilled interior. The crabs remain in their ideal state, chilled, never frozen, protected by layers of technology. The final, and perhaps most crucial element, is automated biomonitoring. Advanced imaging systems and non-invasive sensors continuously scan the crabs, analyzing movement, color, and even subtle changes in shell conductivity. At every transfer point, automated scanners and cameras assess the crab's condition, flagging any anomalies for further review. Machine vision systems evaluate shell integrity and color, while sensors monitor water quality and oxygenation, making micro-adjustments as needed. Automated control units fine-tune environmental parameters, responding instantly to the crab's needs. This level of nuance, achieved through relentless monitoring and adaptive machinery, ensures the highest standard of care. It is the fusion of real-time data, automated climate control, and intelligent monitoring that makes the cold chain of life so effective. Through this intricate symphony of machines and processes, every king crab arrives at its destination in pristine condition, a testament to the power of technology and care. Encased in their mobile life support systems, the king crabs begin the most critical and swiftest phase of their odyssey. Each container is a carefully engineered microcosm filled with chilled, oxygen-rich water and lined with cold packs to mimic the frigid embrace of their native sea. The air is heavy with humidity, the temperature precisely regulated, and the only sounds are the gentle slosh of water and the faint hum of refrigeration units. As the containers are loaded into the cavernous holds of waiting trucks, the journey accelerates. The world outside is a blur. City lights flicker, highways stretch endlessly, and the night air is crisp. Inside, the crabs remain undisturbed, shielded from the chaos of transit by layers of insulation and technology. At the airport, the containers are transferred with utmost urgency. They glide across polished floors and are ushered into the belly of massive cargo planes. Here, the environment is a marvel of engineering. Sensors monitor every fluctuation in temperature and humidity, ensuring the crabs remain in a state of suspended animation, their vital signs steady, their stress minimal. The cost of this operation is immense. Each container represents a significant investment, with every crab's passage valued at $35 to $50 for this final stretch alone. Invoices and digital readouts tally the expenses, a silent testament to the value placed on their survival. As the aircraft thunders down the runway and lifts into the sky, the crabs are carried across continents and oceans. Below, the world is a patchwork of land and sea, but inside the containers the environment remains constant. Cold, dark, and perfectly balanced. Upon arrival in distant cities, New York, Tokyo, Paris, the containers are swiftly moved from the aircraft to refrigerated trucks. The cold chain remains unbroken. The crabs, still alive and pristine, are transported through bustling urban landscapes, their journey nearly complete. At their destination, the containers are opened in the hushed, gleaming kitchens of the world's most prestigious restaurants. The air is cool, the lighting soft, and the atmosphere charged with anticipation. The crabs, having survived a journey of thousands of miles, are now at the threshold of transformation. Because they have been kept alive and stress-free until this very moment, their meat is at its peak, sweet, tender, and succulent. The texture is delicate, the flavor pure, a direct result of the relentless care and precision that has defined every step of their voyage. On the menu, the king crab is a star, commanding prices that reflect not just its rarity but the extraordinary effort required to deliver it in perfect condition. For those who savor it, the experience is transcendent, a taste of the wild, untamed ocean distilled into a single, unforgettable bite. This final moment on the plate is the culmination of an epic journey. The crab, once a denizen of the icy Bering Sea, now graces a table far from home, its story woven into every fibre of its flesh. The journey is a triumph over time, distance, and the relentless forces of nature. It is a testament to the power of technology and the unwavering pursuit of perfection, all in service of delivering a flawless taste of the deep. In the end, the exquisite flavour is not just a product of the crab's origin, but of the remarkable odyssey it has endured. A silent, unseen voyage from the wildest reaches of the ocean to the pinnacle of culinary artistry. Deep beneath the icy surface of the northern seas, in a world of perpetual twilight and crushing pressure, the red king crab reigns as a true monarch of the deep. Here, in the cold, dark embrace of the ocean, these magnificent creatures have carved out a niche, thriving where few others dare to exist. Their journey is not just a passage through water, but a saga of survival, adaptation, and silent influence on the world around them. The king crab's value is not measured solely by its rarity or the price it commands, but by its profound role in the marine ecosystem. As both predator and prey, the king crab shapes the balance of life on the ocean floor. It feeds on mollusks, worms, and smaller crustaceans, keeping populations in check and ensuring the health of the benthic community. In turn, it provides sustenance for larger predators, weaving itself into the intricate web of oceanic life. Each king crab is a marvel of evolution, perfectly engineered to withstand the immense pressures and frigid temperatures of the deep. Their armored shells protect them from predators, while their powerful claws allow them to forage and defend their territory. Their migrations across the seabed are epic journeys in themselves as they seek out food, shelter, and mates, often travelling vast distances over rocky, inhospitable terrain. The significance of the king crab extends far beyond its own survival. By disturbing the sediment as they move and feed, king crabs aerate the ocean floor, fostering the growth of vital microorganisms and plants. Their presence signals a healthy, thriving ecosystem, and their absence can tip the delicate balance, leading to unforeseen consequences for countless other species. The journey of the king crab from the wild, untamed depths to the world above is a testament to the wonders of nature. It is a story written in the language of tides and currents, of ancient instincts and relentless perseverance. The cold, pristine waters of the Bering Sea are both cradle and crucible, shaping these creatures into living treasures, resilient, mysterious, and awe-inspiring. When the king crab emerges from the shadows of the deep, it brings with it the essence of its world, the taste of the ocean, the memory of storms, and the silent wisdom of ages. Its journey is a reminder of the interconnectedness of all life and of the extraordinary effort required for such a marvel to exist at all. The king crab's story is one of respect for the power of nature, for the fragility of life, and for the intricate dance of survival that plays out far beneath the waves. It is a treasure not just for its flavour or its rarity, but for the role it plays in the grand tapestry of the sea. In every shimmering shell and every graceful movement, the king crab embodies the enduring spirit of the ocean itself. As we marvel at the king crab's journey, we are reminded that the greatest treasures are those that connect us to the wildest, most mysterious corners of our planet. The king crab, a true monarch of the deep, is a living testament to the beauty, complexity, and resilience of life beneath the waves. Beneath the frozen armour of the northern seas lies a hidden kingdom, one shaped not by sunlight, but by the relentless grip of ice and shadow. Here, in the icy underworld, king crabs navigate a realm few eyes have ever seen. Every movement is dictated by the eternal winter that defines their world. Survival in this frigid domain demands extraordinary adaptation. The king crab's thick, spiny shell is more than protection. It is a fortress against the cold, insulating vital organs from freezing temperatures. Their blood, rich with copper-based hemocyanin, allows them to thrive where oxygen is scarce and the water is near freezing. These unique biological traits are the keys to their endurance, honed over millennia in the silent depths. Life beneath the ice is a subtle dance. King crabs move with purpose, foraging along the seabed for hidden morsels. Clams burrowed in the mud, fragments of algae, and the occasional unwary shrimp. Their powerful claws are versatile tools, delicately prying open shells or defending against opportunistic predators like starfish and octopus that share this frozen world. But the king crab's existence is not a solitary one. Beneath the ice, a complex community thrives. Schools of small fish dart between ice floes, while sea anemones sway gently in the currents, their tentacles brushing against the crab's armored legs. Even the slow-moving sea cucumber plays a role, sifting through the sediment for nutrients, while the crab's movements stir the ocean floor, creating a patchwork of life. Communication is subtle, a brush of antennae, a ripple in the water, a shift in posture. During the brief summer thaw, when the ice recedes and light filters down, king crabs embark on migrations across the seabed, gathering in great numbers to molt, mate, and feed. These gatherings are silent spectacles, unseen by human eyes, yet vital to the future of the population. In this secret world, every creature is both hunter and hunted, every adaptation a testament to the persistent will to survive. The ice above is both shield and barrier, guarding this realm from the chaos above while demanding constant vigilance from those below. The king crab's story beneath the ice is one of quiet resilience, a tale written not in words but in the language of survival. Here, in the coldest corners of the earth, life endures, adapts, and thrives, revealing the astonishing secrets of the deep with every graceful step across the frozen seabed. In the shadowed depths beneath the ice, survival is a delicate balance, a perpetual contest between predator and prey. The king crab, armored and formidable, is both hunter and hunted in this intricate web of life. As they roam the seabed, king crabs use their powerful claws to capture a variety of prey: soft-bodied worms, unsuspecting clams, and the occasional slow-moving snail. Their scavenging helps keep the ocean floor clean, recycling nutrients back into the ecosystem. Yet even these armored giants are not without enemies. Lurking nearby, the Pacific cod waits for a moment of weakness, darting in to snatch a young crab from the sand. Octopuses, masters of stealth, slip silently across the rocks, their dexterous arms prying open the crab's defences in a contest of strength and cunning. Starfish, too, are ever-present threats, using their hydraulic arms to slowly overpower and consume even the most well-protected crabs. In this underwater arena, each creature has a role to play. Urchins graze on algae, sea anemones trap drifting plankton, and fish weave through the kelp in search of smaller prey. This dynamic food chain maintains the fragile balance of the ecosystem. When king crabs thrive, so too do their predators and prey. Each interaction, each chase, and each narrow escape shapes the destiny of life beneath the ice. Here, in the silent, shifting world of the deep, the ancient struggle between hunter and hunted continues. An endless cycle that ensures the resilience and diversity of this hidden realm. Beneath the icy expanse, the ocean is never truly still. Subtle shifts in temperature, changing currents, and the slow retreat of sea ice are reshaping the world of the king crab. As waters warm, the boundaries of their habitat drift northward, pushing these resilient creatures into new uncharted territories. Their ancient migration routes, once guided by the seasons, are now disrupted by unpredictable changes in salinity and oxygen levels. The seabed itself transforms as melting glaciers feed fresh water into the ocean, altering the chemistry of the deep. New algal blooms rise and fall, while familiar prey grows scarce or vanishes altogether. Some crabs adapt, seeking shelter in deeper, colder waters. Others face growing competition as species from warmer regions move in, drawn by the changing tides. All around, the ecosystem responds in ways both subtle and dramatic. Starfish and octopuses shift their hunting grounds, while the once plentiful seagrass meadows recede. In this evolving world, survival demands adaptation. For the king crab, every new season is both a challenge and a test, a reminder that the ocean, vast and mysterious, is always in flux. The future of these monarchs of the deep will depend on their ability to navigate the shifting currents of a changing sea. Beneath the waves, the king crab's journey of survival is intricately tied to its remarkable biology. At the heart of their life cycle lies the process of molting, a dramatic transformation that allows them to grow. Encased in a hard exoskeleton, king crabs must periodically shed this rigid armor to increase in size. As the time for molting approaches, the crab absorbs water, swelling its body and splitting its old shell. With slow, deliberate movements, it emerges vulnerable and soft, a brief window where danger lurks at every turn. Once free, the crab's new shell begins to harden, a process that can take several days. During this time, it seeks shelter among rocks and crevices, hidden from predators. Growth is not constant, but occurs in distinct stages known as instars. Each molt marks a new chapter, from the tiny, translucent larvae drifting with the currents to the formidable adults that prowl the seabed. Throughout their lives, king crabs face the challenge of balancing growth with survival. The energy demands of molting are immense, and only the healthiest individuals thrive through each transformation. Scientific observation reveals that environmental factors such as water temperature, salinity, and food availability directly influence the timing and success of each molt. From microscopic beginnings to majestic monarchs, the cycle of growth and renewal shapes every chapter of the king crab's existence. In the silent depths of the ocean, nature's precise mechanics guide their journey, unseen and uninterrupted.